Christian population is growing. The Christian population in countless areas across the region has been dwindling due to systematic discrimination and oppression. This has happened in Iraq, it's happened in Syria, it's happened in Lebanon, it's happened in Turkey, and it's happening in the Palestinian Authority. The birthplace of Jesus, Bethlehem, used to have 80% Christian population. That's when we were there. When we left and gave it to the Palestinian Authority, it has since dwindled from 80% to 20%. The persecution of Christians or members of any religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world, and I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you.
Hello, good about viewers. If you are new to the channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Mr. David, let us look at this thing that came from the Prime Minister of Israel, talking about Benjamin Netanyahu, who has said that he's ready to help Christians in Nigeria. I know that once you talk about that, Biafrans come to mind. And this is a man who has never hidden his love for Biafrans. And this has got people talking. But let me get your immediate reaction.
For me, it is a win-win for the Igbos, it is a win-win for the Biafrans, and it's also a win-win for the Christian at large. Because from Ab initio, Mazi Nnamdi has stated that he would not fight Biafra with a barrel of gun, that he would win, that he would bring Biafra from the diaspora. So now it is now playing out that Kanu, in his wisdom, has made every provisions on ground. Now that Kanu is now even in detention, that the Israeli government is now ready to help the Biafra to gain momentum across every nooks and crannies of the country. He made that pledge because he knew that Biafrans have been so much afflicted with pains, and then they have been deprived. And then let's not forget that some days ago that 70 lawmakers in the Israeli parliament endorsed the Biafra. So that is also a clear indication that is also a clear signal that see, Israel is Jewish, and also the Igbos are part of the Jewish people, and now they are coming to help their brother. And let's not forget that we've seen sometime in 2015 that we've seen that see, some Jewish men, some Israeli men came to Nigeria to understudy the origin of the Igbos, and also DNA was being conducted in Anambra. That was as at in 2015. So now that the Israeli Prime Minister has said that he will come and help the Igbo, and then the Biafra liberate them from this quagmire and from this contraption called Nigeria. It's a clear indication that Biafra struggle is just behind the tunnel. That's it. Truly, there's light behind it for them. We've seen how some Southern governors are not happy about that decision, because knowing fully well that if that happens, they will not be in control of their different states. So I want to implore, I want to beg that at this point that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu should please act fast. Should please, because we've seen over 12 millions of Biafran have been deprived of their rights in Nigerians, and the killings is on a very high side.
Now, if you look at this conflict in the Middle East involving US, Israel, and Iran, spontaneously we saw jubilation in Biafra land in support of Israeli and America. Is it because they say blood is thicker than water?
It is because Israel have now officially recognized that they have a border in Africa, and then basically in Nigeria, and which Benjamin Netanyahu has come out publicly to say that they will come and help them. They will come and rescue them of this bondage, rescue them out of this contraption called One Nigeria. And then we've seen that see, there's massive jubilation in Southeast ever since that pronouncement was made by Benjamin Netanyahu that the next destination is Africa, and then precisely Nigeria, and they will do everything possible to liberate the people from this so-called contraption called One Nigeria. And then we've seen how the paper struggle is gaining a global momentum in the Israeli parliament, that about 70 of the lawmakers has officially endorsed the struggle. That he even got to a point that Kanu was given an honorary award in the Israeli parliament, that a standing ovation was then given to Mazen Kanu. And then also, let's not forget that in Georgia, in US, a state in Georgia gave Kanu also an award for his struggle and then for his efforts because of liberation.
Okay, let me even ask this question, because back here in Nigeria, we have seen Alex Oti, of course, who is the governor of Abia State, the home state of Nnamdi Kanu, in his official capacity as the governor of the state, visiting Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto Correctional Center. People are saying that he did it because he has seen the global attention and dimension the struggle are taking, and as such, that he want to follow the swim along the flowing water. Because after he visited Kanu in that Sokoto, he came out to say that he's going to leverage on his relationship with Tinubu to seek for political solution to Nnamdi Kanu's traffic. Let's get it.
For me, the answer is not far-fetched. Just like what you said, that they've seen how the struggle is gaining momentum, not just in Nigeria, even when most of them did not believe in the struggle, even when most of the governors disagree with Mazi Kanu, but Kanu stick to the ideology, Kanu stick to the purpose. And today, across the globe, we've seen how the NATO chief Guterres has written to the United Nations to officially appeal to them to recognize Biafra, even without paying a dime for them to be lobby. And then we've seen how the Nigerian government lobbied the US government to cover the Christian genocide. But in the case of Biafra, in the context of Biafra struggle, all these guys did not lobby anybody. These persons did it out of their own free will to help the struggle liberate. Because we've seen that after the Civil War, most of the agreement that was reached today has not been implemented. That the Igbos and the Biafras have never smelled the seat of power, even after the Civil War, even before the Civil War, and up to today, the Igbos does not hold any vital position in Nigerian government. Whenever there is zoning of presidency, it is always between the south, the north and the southwest. So the Igbos, all the Biafras have been excluded from the scheme of One Nigeria. So in regards to that, they are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria, and we are ready to leave. But the government is not ready to let them go, knowing fully well that these people hold the major stake in the Nigeria, and then everything that has to do with the mineral resources and the oil come from that region. That is the only reason why they are still keeping
Okay, now let me bring it to this angle, because one of the lawyers to Nnamdi Kanu, talking about Maswe, in one of his visits to Sokoto State, the correctional center, said that he met about 15 foreign nationals who were waiting for their turns to fill form to see the man Nnamdi Kanu, and that place has turned to a pilgrimage center.
It is.
So, what made Nnamdi Kanu this special?
It is so special in the sense that his style of agitation is quite different. He has told them from the onset that he would not fight Biafra with a barrel of gun, and that he will bring Biafra from the diaspora. And then let's not forget that with his international relations, that he has his own personal diplomatic ties with some foreign leaders. If truly Kanu is a terrorist as claimed by the Nigerian government, Israeli government will not officially honor him. US, Georgia government, Georgia state, their mayor would not officially give Kanu an award, because, and let's not forget that Israel and US does not condone terrorists. They don't give room for terrorists. So it fully as alleged or claimed by the Nigerian government that Kanu is a terrorist, even the US government would have even given a verdict for him to be paid. But up till now, Kanu still has that bilateral relationship with the US government. He still has that bilateral relationship with the Israeli government. And let's not forget that Kanu, someone that worked for Kanu in person of Susie Willie, who was a lobbyist, Tunami Kanu, is now the chief of staff to President Donald Trump. So it shows that sooner or later, the Biafra document is already at the Oval Office. So waiting for every necessary document to take shape, and then it will be implemented. And no amount of propaganda, no amount of lies can stop that exit, because the exit is here already. If fully, let's not forget that before the Knesset, the Israeli parliament endorsed the Biafra struggle, and gave 70 of their lawmakers gave consent to the Biafra, that even the Nigerian government sent Bianca Ojukwu to halt that proceedings. Let's not forget that Bianca Ojukwu is the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, that even the Israeli government could not give her attention, knowing fully well that they are in support of the liberation. We've seen how a state like Somalia, it took the intervention of US and the Israeli government to help Somalia become a nation on their own. So this is what they are also ready. So when the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he's coming to liberate his border in Africa, specifically Nigeria, it is not far-fetched that the Igbos, that he is making reference to the Igbos, that after the Iran war, they are coming to help the Igbos exit this struggle and exit this struggle.
Because of the angle you just went to, let me bring this question. Because recently, even at the level of Israeli Knesset, they officially recognized IPOB. And this is a group that already been designated as terrorists in Nigeria. It means the international communities are not seeing the struggle IPOB the same way the Nigerian government is seeing it. What is your take?
Yes, for me that is very true, because the international community are seeing it from a different perspective and from a different angle. Because you claim that IPOB is a terrorist group, and this group don't operate with arms. There are no evidence that the IPOB has spied people with ammunition, that even the Fulani militias who has not been proscribed as a terrorist group here is one of the most dangerous group as claimed by the international community, that the Fulani militias have been designated as an international terrorist group, Lakua and co. So if truly IPOB is a terrorist group, the international community would have, in their own wisdom and jurisdiction, would have designated IPOB a terrorist group. So it means that in Nigeria, the government is being biased because it is being championed by the Igbo man. That is the only reason why IPOB was designated as a terrorist. And Kanu, that was claimed as alleged by the government that Kanu is a terrorist, there are no concrete evidence or where the government could prove that Kanu has spied people, or Kanu called or Kanu spearhead killing across 7 nooks and crannies in Nigeria. So all these are just propaganda, and then they are just lies. So I want to stand on this ground that I am in support of what the Israeli Prime Minister is saying, that he will come and liberate the Jewish people. We've seen the joy across all the southeastern part of the country that most Igbos are now very much happy with the coming news, with the recent news that sooner or later they would exit the one Nigeria, and that sounds so well to every Igbo man and to every freedom fighter.
Thank you very much. This is a good place to let it go. We hope to have you next time. Thank you very much.